She has to keep shooting, everyone wants her to keep shooting, but really to a degree that goes against everything we stand for and we believe in. So it's even hard for me to say, we have to feed Liz, we have to feed Liz. I definitely think you saw it in the South game, I really do. I don't even think it was, I'll be honest with you, I don't think it was even in the forefront of our brains during the Portsmouth game. I really don't. I think, also a good team, what we have to start discovering and we're learning is you gotta ride the hot hand. The hot hand was Sid in that game in Portsmouth. We'd be dumb not to be feeding Sid in that game because the way she was hitting. But then you come to that South game and you have Liz, and you can tell we were all tight. Every single person, including me as a coach, was tight and stressed and feeling it.
Scores a lot anyway, so it's not like we didn't do a ton of stuff different, but it was definitely in the back of our minds thinking about that.
I mean, we all knew she was going to get it. No matter what game it was, we knew she was going to get it. She's a super talented player and she deserved it, and the whole team just wanted it for her. And as much as we tried to put it out of our minds, we wanted it so badly for her. We were just ready for it, and I think it did change the way we played a little bit.
Just being able to watch her basketball progression throughout the years and be able to be there when she hits her 1,000th is awesome.
We were all I think Liz probably was the most anxious if we ask her, but I was very anxious for her because I was like, I want Liz to get the 1,000, because it's like Liz scores the points, but Liz has everybody around her helping her out, obviously, and we all wanted her to get there. We really wanted her to get it. I wanted her to get it at home. I was like, I want Liz to get this at home because it's like home court. You get all the pictures at home. But it's still nice that it happened on the road, and especially in that game, because we were passing the ball around and it hit everyone's hands. And Liz is obviously an amazing scorer, and she got it herself all there.
it and just like kind of share that happiness with her, because it was a great accomplishment. She's a great player and she really deserved it and she worked hard for it. It was definitely in the back of our minds, but I don't think it really affected our play that much. I think we did a pretty good job handling that, and then when she got to like the 4 points away, we were kind of like, all right, let's get this for her. She deserves it.
Trying not to think about it. Like, I wasn't keeping track in my head either, so I didn't even, like, I just went over a layup and all of a sudden, like, everyone was, like, swarming around me. But, yeah, I just tried to not force anything, just kind of let the game come to me and just take what the defense was giving me and just focus on what was really important, which was winning.
And once you saw her score, everything just sort of lightened, even for Liz. Like, then she went off and I think she had 26 points that game, but the 17 became a struggle. So it was interesting. You definitely saw, I still think it showed team. They really were trying to get Liz her points. So I thought that was very rewarding, but I was very happy. While I'm very happy she got it, I'm equally happy it's over so that we can kind of take a breath now, because we felt a lot of pressure. We wanted her to get it. She deserves it.
I was so happy to just get it over with, just get back into, like what's more important. But I think we just had the mentality of just let it happen naturally, like don't force anything. I think maybe they were just trying to get it to me a little bit too much, like kind of forcing it to me. But I mean, it all just worked out in the end. We're able to get to that and also get the win.
I mean, that bucket went in and we were all just going off, and just to see the smile on Liz's face, you could tell how happy she was and how proud of herself she was, and we were all very proud of her. She deserved it. She's worked so hard over the years, and she's just always been a great player for our team, and we're just excited for her.
It was awesome. I've been playing with her for probably like 4 years now, and I've seen how much she's grown as a player and a person. We all love her so much. We love each other, like the whole team. We're all like family, so it was awesome to see that.
So excited. Especially like being in the same grade. It's 4 years I've known Liz, and also seeing her at camp and just knowing how hard she's worked and seeing her every day at practice, and it's just so deserved. And Liz is just such a good person. She's funny, she's nice. It was just kind of amazing to have, like, for it to finally have happened.
Love that about our team. I love how we all celebrate each other's victories, and even if it's a small quick little, like, I know they celebrate when I get blocks, we celebrate when Sydney hits like 3 threes, we celebrate when Liz gets some like spin move layups, or Benz gets a block and a nice rebound, or Kaylee has a spin move. It's just a whole group, like, we all get excited for each other, and I love that we can all do that with each other and be comfortable enough to show that we're weird and we want to go out in the court and go scream and mob Liz. Like, I love it.
So I was so excited. We obviously planned earlier and made the signs and stuff. We were all very, very excited for her, waiting. We thought there was a chance it was going to happen in the Portsmouth games, so we were just really, really excited and kind of anticipating that moment, and just it was so much fun. Especially the rushing the court was so much fun. Like, I loved it.
I'm always proud of my girls. I really do think they believe in team. I really do think they see themselves as a family. And we want to celebrate each other. We're about celebrating each other. And Liz absolutely knows this. She didn't get here without all of them. Like, all of them, the assists Sid gives her, the rebounds Benz and Alex get her and feed her back out for her points. It's a collaborative effort. But we believe in each other, and it was nice to see how much they really loved each other in that moment. And it was sincere. That's a sincere celebration for Liz. So, yeah, I'm always proud of my girls for how they handle each other.
It definitely kind of showed, like, the kind of team that we are, that we just celebrate each other so much and love to see each other, others' accomplishments and, like, doing well. So I think, yeah, just everybody was just so supportive, and everybody celebrating, because it was a team effort. I mean, I couldn't have done it without every single one of them. And so, yeah, I think that just shows how, like, tight-knit we are as a team and how much we love each other.
Londonderry and now with John at the helm, they were always there, but like just one player off. He's got him now. You know, he's got that point guard. He's got Sammy. He's got Brooke and Kate, and Reagan's just I think she's a 5'8" monster. Like she just plays really hard and buys in. And I think they have the correct and proper defensive mindset for a championship team. They play defense. And that's going to help them. That's going to keep teams from scoring. So, you know, someone like our team, who I have to believe we're scoring the most out of anybody in the state right now, we're going to see what their defense can do, you know, and this will be the biggest challenge we've had because they're going to stop us. So we're going to have to run our sets. We're going to have to go through plays. We're going to have to share the ball the way we have because they're good enough defensively to limit most teams.
I expect them to come super strong. I expect us to do the same. Both teams know, like, we looked at each other's record, we've watched film, and we all know the rivalry. So we know it's going to be a big game, and both teams are going to be coming out strong. And I think we're pretty evenly matched teams. We each have our strengths, so it's going to really come down to who plays better their strengths tomorrow.
It's kind of more about the fans than the team we're playing. Yes, they are amazing, but the fans is what's going to get in our heads, and that's just something we have to be aware of. And they definitely have improved a lot over the years, and this is probably the best I've ever seen their team. So it's definitely going to be a challenge. I think they play a lot like us, and it will be a good matchup.
I think it's going to be a very high-pressure game. Not pressure mentally, pressure on the court. I think both teams are very, very strong defensively, but also both have offensive weapons, so we're playing very similar to each other. So I think that will definitely have not necessarily negative or positive, but it will have an impact on our play. But I do think that it'll be awesome, especially with the rivalry. You'll have fans there, you'll have classmates there, so it'll be heightened all around, and it will just be super fun.
I think it'll be similar to kind of their plays and stuff that they've had in the past years, but they definitely have a few new pieces to their puzzle. And, you know, they've got some stronger players. A couple other players have become stronger. I think they're going to be very aggressive, way more aggressive than they usually have been in the past. And I think it's kind of just about dealing with that, and we have to come out and play our game and not fall victim to the chaos.
I think it's going to be a very competitive game. Both teams undefeated, so I think both teams have a lot to prove. Definitely similar styles of play, super fast-paced, aggressive, and also like very defensive-minded, wanting to push in the fast break, things like that. So I think it's going to be super competitive and super fun. And yeah, it'll be definitely a good game to watch.
I expect it to be very hectic. I expect it to be, this is going to be a big, I know there's going to be a big crowd because I know some of my friends coming, are my teammates' friends, everybody's coming to that game. It's going to be a big rivalry, and especially with us playing first and then the boys playing later, it's just going to be a big, like, it's just going to be a lot of atmosphere. It's not going to feel like suffocating, but it's going to feel like, I don't know how to explain it. It's going to feel like we're away. It's going to feel like an away game. Because some games we don't feel like that, like we're away, but that's going to feel like a fully away game. There's going to be chirping. There's going to be people yelling our names. There's going to be people yelling at our last names, and I think we'll handle it very well.
Doesn't scare me. I think a piece of coaching and what I always have to do is teach the kids how to manage the rivalry. Like, so I told them today, like, you embrace the rivalry in the sense, like, you can't get emotional about the rivalry, but let the rivalry empower you. Be empowered by this rivalry. So that is always a concern because it's usually the loudest game we have. There's going to be tons of fans there because it's the rivalry, but it's also a great playoff experience. So it gives the girls that sense. If there's anything that scares me, I never want to go in scared. I want to go in prepared. If there's anything that sort of has me, are we prepared enough, will be, is our defense there yet? our defense there yet. I thought our defense showed up big time for Portsmouth. I think we kept them to one of their lowest scoring nights they've had. So if that's the mentality they have, then I think we are absolutely prepared. We've been working on closing out because they launch. They can shoot. So it's not necessarily a fear, but it's like, are we prepared enough? But if we can have that defensive mindset and get our scoring in, I think it's going to be a heck of a game.
I think it's hard to prepare for it. It's one thing just like for the football games, being there and watching it and it's loud, but when you're on the team and you're trying to focus and you can't even hear yourself think, it's hard. But I mean, this team is just, we've had a lot of focus practices. We try to be as communicative as possible and supporting each other. We get used to the noise. I think just got to keep talking through it and try and slow things down as much as possible so you don't succumb to all the outside pressure.
Well, this was another great response. It was clear John wanted to take away our 3-point shots, which if I was scouting my own team, that's probably something I would try to do as well. They were doing a good job of it. So what I was most impressed with was how my girls reacted. Okay, you're not going to give us the 3-point. We can do other things. We can go back door. We can rebound the crap out of the ball on both ends. You know, we had second and third chance opportunities, and Londonderry was really limited to one and done. So when you have those odds, that's always going to benefit you. I have to be honest with you, at the end of the game, I don't think a single girl cared about what they had scored. They wanted me to know how many rebounds they had because Ashley tracks them.
Yeah, they're very important. Doing the little things will get you so much. Even if you're not scoring, as long as you grab 16 rebounds, if you get a couple steals, get a couple assists, like just having other people open and creating more shots off of those little things that you may do is such a big thing that impacts the game all around.
Definitely was like a great crowd and great atmosphere. It almost felt like a playoff game. It was just like so much energy, it was super loud. But I think we really honed in on what was important, what we needed to do. We didn't really let any of the noise get to us, just focused on getting the win. And I think that'll prepare us for the future as well.
I think the anticipation of the game helped us in a way because we were amped up and ready for the game, and we knew they were going to be a good opponent, so we were ready to go. And I think the anticipation definitely helped us.
Yeah, it was definitely very different from our typical crowd at games. It was a lot more noise happening. My adrenaline was going a million miles an hour. I was so excited. I look forward to those games all year long. Everybody does. But in the beginning of the game, it was definitely an adjustment, especially when you were warming up and the people are coming in and it's like, shoot, this is a lot of people. But it was so fun, and still I think we were able to perform well.
I kind of just went into the game like knowing it was going to be a big game and like there was going to be a big crowd. So like when we stepped on the court, we were kind of all like, okay, we have to clear the mechanism. Like what's on the court stays on the court, what's off the court stays off the court. Like can't focus to any of that, and we just got to play our game.
That basketball is a game of runs. We are learning to not panic when the run is coming against us, and we are just learning to counter it. And it's not one. That's what I like about it is it's never one person. That's actually when I feel like they gel the most. They take a look at the score, they realize, oh crap, they're mounting a comeback right now, and they just sort of come together. And then the bench gets louder, and the bench energy gets louder, and Ashley and Clary are yelling louder. So it kind of becomes this unified thing. But yeah, in all the big games we've had so far, we've countered a few runs in each game. Like again, it's usually at the end of the second, and then we kind of continue that for the third, so no complaints on my side.
I think overall we've just matured a lot more from last year. We were really young last year, and now a lot of us are juniors and seniors, and we're able to work with like the difficulties in the game, and when the other team goes on a run, we're able to come back rather than hanging our heads.
The moment when Sid made that pass to Alex, that might have been the moment where I thought the stars feel aligned right now. I don't take that for granted. We were not going to take our foot off the pedal on that one, but there was a moment where that chemistry and that moment working the way it did, yeah, it's very impressive. I was saying to a bunch of people, I never hear the crowd. Survival as a coach, I have learned to not hear the crowd, but I heard the collective gasp when that, like the whole crowd, I think both sides just kind of went, are you kidding me? But I think Sid and Alex actually have really good chemistry. If you watch them on the court, there's the pick and roll, you know, the BG game, a bunch of Alex's points came from that nice screen and roll where Sid can feed her. So they have a natural chemistry, but I think that one was just spectacular. That was a very good basketball play, and that's a lot of just Sid's IQ and her vision on the court. And Alex being right place, right time, being a dirt dog, and thank God she finished that layup.
You got to be aware at all times. We're a super unselfish team, so you know, there might be like a no-look pass or something. You just always got to be ready for it because we do love to share the ball with each other and get each other easy open looks. And also just plays like that just like really hypes us up. You know, everyone was just going crazy. We were just so excited, and it's just so much fun when we can share the ball as a team and get everybody involved.
You always have to be ready. Sid is the type of player that's able to make any pass, and if you're open for even a split second, she will hit you like immediately. Like when she's on the court, you always have to be aware that I could be getting the ball at any moment, and I think that that's one of the reasons that that play and other plays that she does is so successful.
My job on the team is to pretty much be a floor general. And, you know, it's a lot of hours in the gym, like always making passes like that in practice so that I'm comfortable enough to do that in the game. And I've made passes in games like that before, but I feel like that's definitely like that was just a great play and Alex knew it was coming because I always make passes like that in the game. There's been a couple of times where they don't expect me to pass it because either it's like a no look or like a pass that they don't see coming because it's just so shocking. But I have a very good vision of the court, and I could just see her, and I knew that she knew that I was going to do that because we've played together so much, and our chemistry is just built over time.
Playing with Sid since she was in 5th grade, I was a 6th, so it's just more of those we know each other well enough. There's been times where me and Sydney are just walking up the court, and we're just like, oh, what do you want? I'm like, what do you want? And she's like, do this, and then I'll do that for her. It's just our communication with each other. I love Sydney. Her passes to me, she always makes the perfect pass to me. I never complain. I can never complain. She always knows where you are. That's one thing I do admire about her. She always knows where anyone is on the court at any given time. She'll make these dime passes and she's not even looking. She does it all the time. So it's just one of those I knew because I just know her.
Was just a great win for us. I think it was a statement game for us, just showing what we can do. I think we moved the ball really well. I think everyone contributed. We had great energy the whole game, and I think it was just huge for our confidence, and just a statement win for us.
I think that we were able to kind of set the tone, whereas in other games that we've played into the other team's tone. I think we were able to set it from the beginning and played strong throughout, and we're able to pull away with the win.
We weren't really expecting to win by that much, to be honest. We thought it was a tough game, but I think we were expecting it to be a little closer. But we just came out with a bang, I guess.
It was a great win for us. Definitely a big confidence booster. They were a great team, and I think it also kind of made a statement for us of who we are as a team because we both went into that game being undefeated. A lot of hype around the game in itself, and we kind of just came out and did what we do.
I felt really good going into the game. We were all nervous, and I know I had a few nerves. And then once you start playing and once you start getting in your own rhythm, and then our team it came out and we just started running and going and going. And I feel like it was a statement game that we needed.
Again, it's what I keep on saying. When I came out of that game, I am immensely impressed with how we are a player-driven team and how well they are responding. How well they are responding not only individually but as a team, how they're building their IQ, how every game I feel like we get smarter. But what I'm most impressed by, or what I came away with, was all that work we've been putting into defense is finally paying off because we held a very strong offensive team to their lowest total. So that felt good because we were hearing a lot about Londonderry's defense, which was valid, was a valid thing, but it was nice for us to get some recognition on that as well when we played against them. So I was most impressed by the defense, for sure.